You're procrastinating because you're choosing to. It's not due to laziness, exhaustion, or being a powerless victim of your circumstances. No, you're postponing things because you're trying to avoid discomfort. Fortunately, overcoming procrastination is easier than you think. The issue is, you don't want to face it because the truth feels uncomfortable. If you're truly determined to move forward, this could transform your life. Let's start by calling procrastination what it actually is: avoidance. You're steering clear of something, whether it's fear, monotony, or hard work. The task might seem overwhelming, boring, or maybe you're just afraid of failing. However, delaying it doesn't eliminate the problem. It only adds to the pressure. You believe you're escaping discomfort, but in reality, you're swapping temporary relief for prolonged stress. It's like putting a Band-Aid on a deep wound. It doesn't fix the issue. It just postpones the inevitable. You tell yourself, I'll get to it later, but that's just an excuse. You're not going to suddenly wake up tomorrow brimming with motivation. Believe me, you think, I perform better under pressure, but that's a myth. You don't perform better, you just work faster because you're out of options, and the quality often drops. You're not holding off for the perfect moment. You're waiting for the task to feel effortless, but it never will. Delaying doesn't make difficult tasks easier. It only leaves you with less time to complete them. That's reality, so stop deceiving yourself. Here's the uncomfortable truth. Breaking free from procrastination is absurdly simple, though not necessarily easy. All you have to do is begin. That's it. The hardest part of any job isn't completing it, it's getting started. Once you take that initial step, momentum builds and the task becomes manageable. But the longer you sit and overthink, the more intimidating it seems. The task itself isn't the issue, it's your reluctance to act. Think about it. Have you ever started something and thought, wow, this is even worse than I imagined? Probably not. Starting is almost always easier than the daunting scenario you've created in your mind. So what's holding you back? Here's a technique I personally use to crush procrastination. It's called the Just Start method. 1. Set a timer for 10 minutes. Tell yourself, I'll just do this for 10 minutes. If it's awful, I'll stop. Here's the secret. Most of the time, you won't stop. Why? Because getting started breaks through the mental block that's holding you back. 2. Begin with the easiest part. Don't make it complicated. If you need to write a paper, open the document and jot down the title or an outline. If you're cleaning, pick up one item to put away. Momentum is your ally, and those small wins quickly build into meaningful progress. 3. Avoid multitasking. Procrastinators love multitasking because it gives the illusion of productivity without actually achieving anything. Focus on one task and block out distractions. No TikTok, no YouTube, no interruptions. This method is straightforward, effective, and clears the roadblocks you put in your own way. Now let's tackle your excuses, because I know you've got them. I don't have time. Yes, you do. You're just squandering it scrolling on your phone or binge watching Netflix. Everyone gets the same 24 hours. It's about what you prioritize. I don't feel motivated. Here's the hard truth. Motivation is a lie. It's temporary and unreliable. Stop waiting to feel like doing the work. Discipline is what gets things done, not fleeting bursts of inspiration. It's too hard. Sure, some tasks are challenging, but dodging them doesn't make them easier. Start small, break the job into manageable steps, and quit complaining. Progress doesn't come from avoidance. It comes from action. But what happens after you take that first step? How do you keep moving? It's simple. Build momentum. Momentum works like a snowball. It starts small, but the more you roll with it, the bigger it becomes. Every little action adds up. Finish the title and outline? Excellent. Move on to the next part. Cleaned a corner of your room? Great. Tackle those papers next. Momentum doesn't demand perfection. It thrives on consistency. The more you do, the more confident you'll feel. Remember, action creates confidence, not the other way around. You don't need to feel confident to start. You need to start to feel confident. Now, let's handle more excuses. But I'm too tired. Then do something small. Even 5 minutes of effort is better than none. But I don't know where to start. Start anywhere. Choose the simplest, most obvious task and build from there. But what if I fail? You might, and that's okay. Failure isn't the end, it's feedback. It teaches you to learn, adjust, and try again. Sitting idle out of fear doesn't shield you. it just keeps you stuck in place. Overcoming procrastination is a habit, not a one-time fix. Habits are formed through repetition. Begin each day by tackling the hardest task first. This is known as eating the frog. It works because once the toughest job is done, everything else feels easier. Alternatively, you can start with the simplest task. Set clear, specific deadlines. Open-ended tasks invite procrastination. And don't forget to reward yourself after completing a task. Your brain thrives on dopamine, so create a positive association between finishing tasks and feeling good. Let me be blunt. No one is coming to rescue you. Your boss, your parents, your friends, they won't step in and force you to get it together. It's all on you. Every time you procrastinate, you're choosing temporary comfort over long-term success. And that's the real loss. The good news? You have a choice. Every second you waste is a second you could use to create the life you want. Stop waiting for motivation, the perfect moment, or a sign. This is your sign. Get up and start.